Yeah.
So today we're going to be talking about OnlyFans girls. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Start off with introduce yourselves.
I am Cody.
I am Demi.
And you both do what?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Perfect. So obviously we do OnlyFans management, and it would be fun to get a few models on here and ask them a few questions which agency owners may want to know and other people may find entertaining. So let's fucking do it.
Fucking do it.
Right. So what is your opinion on management agencies?
I think they can be helpful, but a lot of the time I feel like there's no connection. They're very pushy.
Yeah.
They don't get to know their client. They don't realize
Yeah.
that we're also humans.
Yep.
And it's not an easy job.
Yep.
I know it sounds easy standing in front of a camera doing things, but
Yep.
it's not.
Yeah. So you just feel like there's not enough like respect
Yeah.
between the agency and
Yeah. It's all very like money hungry in my opinion. Well,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
my
100%.
experiences.
Yeah.
I agree with that. We preach quite a lot, not be a cunt.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's at the end or start of pretty much all our videos.
Yeah.
Don't be a cunt.
Yeah.
Because if you probably experienced, 90% of them are pricks. So
Yeah, they're very demanding as well. Like that we want this on this day for this long, and I'm just like, I've got a life outside of this.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the reason you do OnlyFans is to be like free, earn money from fucking.
To have the choice on whether we want to work that day or not.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like you don't want to fucking have a boss.
Yeah.
And that's like the approach that a lot of people have. They're like, they come in, want to boss you about and do this and that.
Yeah.
But that's not.
I think it's like a mutual thing. It's like, let's help each other. I'm making you money, you're making me money.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's literally how it should be. But you said you hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask why?
Bad experience with them, or?
Yeah, I just feel like when they're just chatting to people, they don't say they're a robot. That's what
she said it's like, you know, when creepy men text you on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like I was texting fans.
Yeah,
It was just not good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're coming from it from like a management perspective, giving you like demands rather than like cooperating, like working with you. Yeah.
Also, what one of my managers did as well, sent a video out with just me, and said it was a threesome. So they lied to me fans as well, just
you can
so
get
buy their
posts
videos.
took down on OnlyFans for that as well.
Can you?
Yeah, that's putting your account in danger.
Yeah.
Sweet.
False advertising, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So you had agency in the past then, or a manager?
Yes.
Yeah. And it wasn't good.
No.
Right. And you're independent now.
Yes.
Yeah.
You doing better or worse or
Equivalent?
equivalent?
It's about the same.
Better when we first did it.
I can do good and I can do bad. Depends on my effort.
Yeah, exactly. We're just lazy.
Yeah. You get a lot more freedom.
Whereas managers are 24/7 like on that. That's the only thing I do like about management agencies is like it's a lot more like less stress for us.
They do the work. That's sort of their main role. Yeah.
If they do the job right,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's sort of the main problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
But so say you wanted an agency or an agency was to approach you, what do you think is the best way that an agency can pitch you, obviously for the viewers that are managers and agencies?
To be realistic, when they text you and say, I can make you 50k a month, no you can't.
Yeah.
No you can't. Because you can't jump from one number to that number in a month. And they're like, we'll get you there in 2 months. No you won't. That's not possible. I'm not famous. That's not going to happen. Like, so just set realistic standards. Just make it, just say it to me, like, this is what we think we can do with your account. And be realistic about it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, no, because a lot of people, because obviously you're both quite smart. When it comes to, when it comes to models that can barely speak English in like South America or something, and they get told that, they're probably quite happy with that. They're probably fucking buzzing.
No, when I first started, I was doing it by myself for the first month, and then I got a manager, and I was like, oh my god, they're gonna make us this much money, and it's gonna be amazing, and I'm not gonna have to do any of the work, and it was nothing like that. And it's like, just don't set us up to do that because we get so excited and so happy, and then when we see stuff going down, it knocks our confidence because first of all, that's my body. And it's like if it's not making the money that you told me it's going to make, then it's just like now I'm just going to feel shit about it.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people, they don't get it. Like you're actually human.
Yeah, literally.
like yes, you're essentially an asset to their business, but that's how they see it, and they don't actually see like you're a fucking person.
Yeah.
That's trying to make money.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that we preach when we actually coach people is never set high expectations like for potential models.
Yeah.
Because it's only going to go bad. Especially if you're new to the game and you haven't actually like fucking touched an OnlyFans account. If you're promising you're going to make them 10k a month in the first month,
like,
then you fucking can't.
Yeah.
Was it under promise, overachieve?
under promise and over deliver.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the time as well, with it being like naked women, they don't get a lot of respect. So they don't see us as human because it's like, oh, they're just like porn stars, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like, still a human, still a girl, still got feelings.
Yeah, I get it.
That's just Western society fucking collapsing. Like, that's that summed up. So, yeah,
cool. So, in terms of like marketing, what
missed?
If you don't mind sharing, what marketing methods? So, how do you market your account, and what ways work best for you?
Depends. If I'm wanting to maybe like achieve more subs that month, say I've lost some, I'll put on a little discount, or I'll do something that's a bit more risky. Like I'll do a TikTok where it's like outside, or like a little flash video, or like changing room stuff, because people like that. It's like it's like a risk. It's like, oh, she shouldn't be doing that, but she is, and that tends to draw customers quite a lot.
Yeah, Demi.
Same.
Good answer.
Same.
Good answer.
Yeah, lots of like management agencies. They come with like millions of different methods. Like, yeah, we'll do this, do this. And sometimes they're good, but most of the time it's like the over-promise again.
Yeah.
They say, oh yeah, we're going to get your Reddit booming, we're going to get
I was offered like dating apps and a Reddit and a Twitter account and so many TikToks and all this stuff, and they were going to like do so many things, and I was just like, you haven't done any of that, and it's been 4 months.
Yeah, normally they don't have like a team. They try to do this fucking lone wolf shit where there's like 2 blokes or something, or one person, and they're not spending any of that money like outreaching.
And then they get too many like models that don't connect with models individually. Like I've had managers ignore me for days, like just so many things that I'm just like,
it's bad, and it just gives agencies a bad name. Now, as you said, you fucking hate them. And that's just the way it is.
Now every time someone texts us, I don't even read it. I don't even want to know what you're offering.
It's the same with like, we got mugged off of a few sales pitches and content that we were doing. And now I just ignore everyone that tries to pitch me, because that's the way it is.
Because
you
lose trust, and then it's like
you don't gain that trust again. So I want to know if you have any funny stories, or have you had any sort of stalking experiences, or any like overly desperate customers?
Well, there's a lot of men that love to be degraded and like beg for it. But like I've had men ask for weird things. Someone offered me £200 to spread my arse cheeks until it teared. And I was like, in what world am I injuring myself for £200? Like, disgusting.
Oh my god!
Or like asking me, my best friend, to wedgie each other on the bed and stuff, and like just so many weird things.
See, like we take the piss out of these people a lot, and people are, oh, don't be mean to them. Yeah, it's like, and they're fucking asking shit like that.
It is weird. We can't make fun of them.
Die,
no, that's the way it is. But it's just the amount of like desperate blokes you get asking for content and pushing for content. Like I assume on OnlyFans or like Instagram or whatever, you probably get like people calling you all the time. Calling you out of nowhere.
All the time.
It's like, what do you want to call about?
Or like spam messages, and I'm like, okay, well today I'm actually just chilling. Like I'm not on my phone. I'm not just like, I'm not a robot who's just 24/7 active, like texting away. And like they'll send like 20 messages, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, get a job, get a hobby, do something with your life. I'm a bit nasty to them sometimes.
And as well, that's with some management agencies as well, because obviously they run some of your pages, don't like as they would, and they get asked from these fucking weird blokes, they want like this content, and then you're meant to like filter that out before you ask the model, like this fucking crazy shit.
I've had my managers ask me to do things and say that I've got this custom, and I've been like, but I didn't agree to doing that. I didn't say that I was comfortable with that, and now all of a sudden you've said yes.
Exactly.
And it's like,
that's where a lot of people fuck up. You got to filter out these like.
Well, my last management agency, they did send like a list of things I was comfortable with, and they said like yes or no to each, which I think is good. I think a lot of agencies should do that.
Yeah. I think that's good. Finding where your boundaries are and what you're comfortable with.
Because a lot of people would do really, really risky stuff, and some people might just be like, oh, I only just want to take photos. I just want to do some little videos.
Yeah, and obviously, I know that it's a bit degrading, but for the amount of money as well.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be fucking sending like a personalised fucking fingering video for a tenner, do you?
Yeah.
And if an agency's like agreeing to that,
some people are all right with that, and then some people's like, well, no, I don't want people to see that unless they pay like 60. It all depends on the person. I feel like a lot of agencies should just ask before they say things.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and that's just where.
Because then you lose subs because they get angry because you're not doing the things that you said you were going to do, and it's like, well, it wasn't me who said that.
Yeah. Like if me or you got a message for one of our models saying, I want to use tear your ass for $200. I wouldn't even fucking.
Ask.
There's no
You'd
chance
be like,
the
no.
model would even get that
Yeah.
message because it's just fucking scary.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
weird
We'll
shit.
probably try and make that bloke pay like 200 quid just for a fucking tip. And like, we'll tell him that that's the best you're getting, otherwise
Yeah,
just fuck off. But
Rinse them.
that's another thing, because like you were saying earlier, it's all about power and money and all this shit. That's what most of the agencies go for nowadays.
Yeah.
That's their mentality. They want to get rich.
It's because a lot of
But
time it
it's-
is men as well, so they just enjoy the fact that it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I get to see naked girls and I get
Yeah,
paid
exactly
to do it, and like
exactly that.
it's like I know that there's a few people who's texted me who's like from around my area who I know manage my friends, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's not okay. Like some of the things they say, like that was a really good video, like,
Nah.
and it's like, no, you should just receive the content and say, oh, thanks for sending it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'll get that posted now.
Yeah.
It's a job at the end of the day. You should be very like professional about it, not like,
Yeah,
oh
of
yeah,
course.
this looks good in that. Like,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fucking
you're
weird.
my
That is
boss,
fucking
not
weird.
like not a
Never.
customer.
Yeah, I genuinely don't understand that. Like, if you come into the industry, it isn't from a professional perspective. Like, you can't
Yeah.
just, you won't even like.
Like, even if it does look good, think that to yourself, but you don't need to tell me like.
That is nuts.
That is just
nuts,
crazy.
isn't it?
It's fucking crazy. But it's a good insight to what not to fucking do.
Yeah.
Because it's
Have a
fucking
brain.
weird.
It's uncomfortable because then it's like, oh, well, my boss now, like,
Yeah.
because that's what they are technically. Like, it's like a boss,
Mhm.
like a manager, and it's like,
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing, because if you think about it from a different perspective, the model is the top of the hierarchy.
Yeah.
The management agencies providing.
that's
a
why I
service
hate when
for
they
the
act like
model.
you're above you as well, and I'm like,
Exactly,
oh, I
yeah.
could just stop this and you wouldn't have money.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
So that's why people come at it with the wrong attitude. They come, demanding this, and this.
like we've
It's
got to
mainly
realize
just-
it's our body we're in charge.
Yeah, it's mainly advising and then helping with workload. That's the main kind of side of OFM, and people just get that so wrong. They get it
Yeah,
so
yeah,
fucking wrong.
Yeah, that's something
So-
that we're actively really trying to drill into videos and stuff, is that if you actually want to get clients and succeed with them, you can't be a fucking weirdo. You got to fucking
You got to be
Right.
serious about it, like professional.
yeah, you got to be completely professional and
Can't make it like a job. Can't just
yeah,
you know.
yeah, and you do need the model. Like, the model
Yeah.
does not need you. They can fucking run it themselves.
Literally.
Perfectly fine. Yes, they may not earn as much money potentially, but also they can just fuck off and do it themselves if they're not happy with you. So yeah, that's one thing that we're really trying to drill into videos and make people understand, is that you can't just fucking come in being the boss. Yeah, do this, do that, because in fact they're more your boss than you are theirs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's definitely a big thing. Weird request. We've kind of gone over that. So, yeah, I'll leave that one. What is your opinion on what the sort of modern women value nowadays? Because obviously, if you look at like 1950s, for example,
Mhm.
it was all about be a wife, cook, clean for your husband, provide for your husband, and obviously you get the financial return.
Yeah,
from
I
that.
think back then women didn't have a choice. You weren't allowed to get jobs because we weren't accepted for many jobs. If we wanted to go do a man's job, we weren't allowed to go do a man's job. So like we weren't making the money. We had to rely on them. We had to cook and clean for them to receive that money. But like nowadays, I think it's like do what you want. Do what you want. Women have so many more opportunities now.
Yeah.
Plus the fucking men nowadays.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Literally.
fucking hell.
Literally,
like,
like there's women out there making way more than men, doing way more than men. Like women are achieving so much, like
Yeah.
in recent years than that they did back then. But that's because they weren't given the opportunity. Like women weren't just like women didn't want to stay at home. Like a lot of women do, good for them. It's your choice.
Mm.
But like it's not as if all women wanted to stay at home and look after the kids and cook and clean. They wanted to go out there and work and get money and do stuff, but they just weren't allowed.
Yeah,
And now we're allowed. It's like a lot more women are taking that opportunity and being like, I don't have to live in a man's world.
yeah, and as Toby was saying, the state of the men nowadays, it's like, can a man really like provide for women now?
I know.
Because half of them fucking can't.
Yeah, no,
No.
they get going from like a 9-hour shift and they're crying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
white
yeah.
shoulders.
Fucking hell.
What the fuck is
Literally.
going on here?
Depression videos.
Yeah.
Literally.
Fucking hell, get a grip.
Listening to X crying.
Yeah.
Stigma
Been doing
TikTok.
construction all day.
Yeah, yeah, literally that.
Yeah.
So, do you think eventually the sort of like housewife type of women will die out and it won't be a thing anymore?
No, I think it'll forever be a thing because a lot of women find comfort in being
Mm.
looked after by a man. A lot of women just
Yeah.
like that. Good on them. But I feel like it's definitely going to die down a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Because it's like we're just allowed to do things now. Like women are allowed in the army. Women are allowed to like do things other than just being a nurse or a cook.
Yeah.
Like we can do
Yeah,
whatever we
yeah.
want now. If we want to
Yeah.
shoot a gun, we can shoot a gun.
Yeah, cool, good stuff.
Thank you.
Well, did you have anything you wanted to expound?
Say your
No.
opinions,
Yeah,
Carl.
No.
you got it.
If
Alright,
I
fair enough.
have something to say, obviously I'll say it. But right now, fucking nothing at all. No.
Points ticked.
No,
So-
like a protocol. What the flips? I know. Same.
Thank
It's
you.
very like
Thank
Can't get
you.
involved if you want.
satisfying.
No, I'm just very opinionated.
So, do you think women should do OnlyFans, or what is the type of situation that a girl should be in to be able to do OnlyFans? For example, is it safe? Could all girls sort of handle the stigma behind it and the shit that you definitely get on a daily basis
Yeah.
for doing it? And do you think it sort of ruins your value?
I think you've got to have pretty thick skin to do it. I mean, like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of women do OnlyFans out of trauma, and it's like, I now have control of my body. This is my body, and if I want people to see it, they've got to pay to see it. They've got to work to see it. You know what I mean? And I feel like I don't think it lessens your value anymore. I mean, I'm still the same girl I was before I started doing it. I don't know. I feel like it brings confidence as well. If anything, it gives me more value because I'm like, people actually pay that much money to see this, and it's like, wow, why was I giving that away for free?
Yeah, that's a different perspective.
Literally.
Yeah, I like it.
Demi, do you want to add anything down? Or you agree?
Do you think?
Think
Do you
your
think it's
values
safe?
went down?
No.
No,
No.
no.
No, just
Nah.
as,
I
just
think
as valuable.
OnlyFans
Yeah.
the like website is very safe compared to a lot of them.
Yeah.
But I still think it's quite scary putting yourself out there, especially in that situation. And it's like
100%.
I've had people come up to me in person and be like, "I know you on some OnlyFans,"
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Same.
"Okay, hi,
Yeah.
hello."
Yeah.
And it's just a bit like you never know who's subbing and what they're going to do and what information
Yeah.
they can find out about you. So you do have to be very careful about what you're putting out there, and it's like make sure none of your personal information is online for them to be able to see, like obviously where you live and stuff like that. Like I tell people that I'm from a place that's like half an hour drive away, just so it's like it's a ballpark, but it's not where I live. You know, like
Yeah.
I feel like it's safe as it can be.
Yeah,
It couldn't be safer.
in terms of sex work, it's the safest
Yeah,
sort
it
of option.
definitely is.
If
Yeah,
you're doing like prostitution and shit, you go around someone's gaff and
yeah.
anything can happen.
Well, I
Like,
accidentally sent one of my fans my address. So that was-
Did you?
Yeah.
how did that go?
Because he sent his money to like buy some dildos, and then he asked me to send him the confirmation. I screenshotted it and I had my address on.
I always do that, but I send it to a post office and send my address, like the local post
Mm.
office. So it's like they know
what
kind
that
of your
could look
area,
like.
but not your house.
Mm-hmm.
But whoever's
fine
sad enough
anyway.
to travel to your house really needs to go get our
He
life.
blocked me anyways because he had a fiance. So
Oh,
'cause when he
let her
sent me the
know.
money, I got his real name, and he knew I'd find out. So,
Find
know,
Facebook. Send
He
him-
found you and you
send
found
some of
him.
the messages.
Send his wife a few messages.
exactly. Oh.
So, like, as a manager's perspective, seeing some of the shit like these fucking geezers ask for is fucking nuts.
Oh, it's nuts.
So, chicks starting OnlyFans, I'd highly like don't fucking do it. I'd say they shouldn't do it at all. But if you are going to do it, yeah, you've got to be fucking thick-skinned.
Yeah.
And that's why we'd say a management team does come in handy because they just deal with the customers as least as possible because they're probably the most jarring part.
Yeah.
They
The
are so
thing is,
annoying.
though, it's like even before I started OnlyFans, I still got weird messages, the same weird
Yeah.
messages that I get now.
Mm.
From the age of like 15 and over, I've had those messages in my Instagram. Like, I feel like no matter what you do as a woman, it's unsafe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like OnlyFans is one of the safest things out there for a woman to do if you're thinking about doing something like that.
Yeah,
And that's something that we
Yeah.
can't relate to. Sort of.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That's
You
quite.
You don't get
pretty
creepy
rich.
DMs like,
Yeah.
"Oh, show me your nipples."
we don't get nonsense as much.
Yeah, that is quite
Yeah.
interesting actually to hear that it's. Not
I
really,
probably got more weird DMs when I was underage than when I turned 18.
Ew.
That's fucked.
I got
yeah,
catcalled
that's
more in
fucked.
school uniform than I did when I wear stuff like this. Yeah,
Mate, it's world.
Nuts.
I know.
That's
Fucking-
nuts, man.
I
This
know.
world, mate. it's
Fucking nuts.
fucking going downhill.
Okay, good answers. Good answers.
Yeah.
Now, this is quite a personal one. If you're not like fine with answering it, absolutely
Okay.
fine. Do you have any funny or interesting sexual stories
I do.
that you could possibly
I
share with the
do.
podcast?
I hope he never sees this because if he does, he's gonna be very embarrassed with himself.
yeah.
Okay, I was in a nightclub. Ex-boyfriend broke up with me.
Mm.
His best friend was there. I was like, revenge, baby. So went to a back alley with this guy.
Oh no.
You know, we did our thing. It was semi. It was good revenge. You know, I didn't care if the sex was good. It was good revenge. It needed to be done.
Yeah.
Don't break up with me. You know what I mean? So then we finished. He proceeded to get down on all fours, spread his arse cheeks and asked me to eat his arse. So I literally stole his jacket and just ran. I ran to the bus station. I rang my friends. I was like, we've got to go home. We've got to leave. And I've never spoken to the man since.
I'm fucking scarred.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, imagine me staring at his arsehole, asking for things, like offering it on a plate, like, eat it.
Oh,
What the fuck?
Yeah.
At the start of that story, I was going to say, yeah, it's the bloke's fault for,
Yeah.
sleeping with his mate's ex. But then, fucking, that bloke must have a lot of problems. Like, you've got more problems
Mega
than just
problems.
loyalty, I can tell.
I think.
Each to their own.
Yeah.
I'm just not one for eating arse. Especially not a man's arse.
I mean, I don't think that was the main.
Hairy too, like hairy.
Yeah, I think that bloke needs to get put down.
Yeah,
Take
that
him to the fucking vet.
pure oxygen thief.
He's ugly as well. I really regret it.
Ew.
It had to be done though. It was still good revenge. No regrets.
Demi, did you have anything to potentially add?
I feel like I haven't had any weird.
No?
No, I feel like I actually haven't.
That's probably the weirdest. I don't think I've had anything else that's like
Yeah.
really weird.
Yeah. It's not something that like comes up normally. Like normal people don't really have weird sex stories, but you
Yeah.
do hear of a lot of.
A lot of people just have
OnlyFans
mediocre
models.
sex.
Yeah.
Just like casual,
Yeah,
normal
yeah.
sex.
Yeah, but it's good to know that you can't. It's like if you're an OnlyFans model, it doesn't mean that you're doing some.
Yeah,
mad
you're not
shit
like
in person.
shagging about and like
Yeah, exactly. So
doing crazy stuff.
it's
Like,
good to know like they're not.
I wasn't an
directly
OnlyFans
correlated.
model when this happened, and I didn't eat the arse, so I'm not the problem.
I agree. That's not. That,
Yeah,
you were definitely not the problem
Thank you.
in that arse eating situation.
I did just leave him on all fours in a back alley though, in the middle of Sunderland, bless him.
Oh.
probably bummed off that. Was my homeless.
Hopefully, he clearly wanted it.
So, some
Yeah.
fucking bloke, opportunistic, homosexual rapist.
Oh.
Good stuff. We've got one last question to round it off. I hope you have had a good time.
Brilliant.
Does body count matter in your
No.
opinion?
No.
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 So this is like
A
for
boy
men
could
and
say to
women.
me, I've slept with 300 people, I'd be like, okay, as long as you're only sleeping with me now.
Okay.
Don't care.
Yeah.
People like, a lot of girls sleep around because they feel like they have to, or because they feel like it's the only way that they get worth, it's the only way they feel loved. Like I know me when I was younger, I was a slag, but it was because I just craved the attention, you know what I mean? A lot of young girls do. And it's like, do you know, I feel like men is a lot. If a man was to say my body count's 50, wouldn't bat an eyelash. If a woman was to say the body count's 50, it's like, ugh, you're disgusting. You've got every disease ever. You're definitely mangled and like gaping. Like, what do you even mean? Like, I don't know. I don't feel like it matters at all.
What would you say the opposite though? So say if you like you've seen a bloke that was like say 25, 30 or something like that, and he had like body count of 0 or 1. Because
Don't
nowadays
care.
a lot of blokes they don't leave their house, do they? And they're probably
I don't
on
mind.
OnlyFans. So
I actually don't care. Each to their own. If you don't want to go sleeping around, don't go sleeping around. If you do, you
Yeah.
do.
Fair
It's your body, your choice. Doesn't affect me as long as I'm not being cheated on. I don't care.
and then what would you say like
Yeah.
your body count as well? As in like, does it matter if a female sleeps with 100 people or 1?
No.
Does that matter still? No,
Doesn't
No,
matter.
fair enough.
I mean, I've slept with a lot of people. My best friend slept with barely anybody, and like, she doesn't judge me. I don't judge her. Each to
keep-
their own. A lot of
do you keep
people
count?
just.
Do you keep count?
I do keep count.
Do you keep count? Do you want to?
I'll say I'm 19.
Okay.
Fucking hell, if you think that's a lot.
I don't think it's a lot, but it's just like it's.
Yeah.
I'm only just turned 19.
Yeah, true.
And
Then
I've
you
been
don't-
in
you
like
don't
2
wanna-
long-term relationships as well.
Then we don't
I'm
want
not
to share.
saying I'm on any more than that.
No.
I'm just saying I feel like that's not a lot at all.
No, I think it is considering I was in a relationship for about
Mm,
2 years, then 3 years, and
True, yeah.
I'm only
If
19.
you're a relationship gal, then
Yeah. No, I probably can't. I don't care. As long as you haven't got anything and you're not giving me anything, and you're not
Yeah.
being with anybody else whilst you're with me, do not care.
I absolutely agree.
I'm just so chill about it. I mean, I probably like. There's always a bit of underlying judgment. Like if someone's slept with
Yeah.
80 people, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
he's been around. Don't care though.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
like, oh, well, you had fun.
Nice.
That's pretty good answer to be fair. Like,
Yeah.
kind
I think that rounds it off
yeah.
quite nicely. So yeah, that was a podcast with actual OnlyFans models, because a lot of people are faking this game, and we wanted to get a perspective of actual models
The
to
royalty.
see.
Yeah, exactly. So and a
How it
lot of
goes.
people they can get fucking tips on this. So
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
don't be a
Please
fucking
listen.
cunt.
Yeah, don't be a
Good-
cunt.
Main one.
Yeah.
And yeah, just like learn. Obviously, talk to your models as well. I think that's one of the main things.
Yeah,
isn't it?
definitely
'Cause-
communicate because everyone's different. Everyone likes different things. Everyone's got different ways and how they want to be on OnlyFans.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just getting to know them and knowing what they like and what they want you to do for them.
Yeah, and I think they need to get more of an understanding rather than just being a robotic. This is business.
Yeah.
They need to like round it off with just
Like it's a
you know,
person's body that you're handling. Like it's
Yeah.
a very intimate thing that we're sharing with people.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
So-
Yeah, that's another thing people don't really understand is that if a girl is to sign up with your agency, there's so much trust involved.
Yeah, so much trust
With
because
the-
I'm just sending you all that content now for
Yeah,
free,
yeah.
first of
Mhm.
all,
Yeah.
and I'm just expecting you to be able to sell that and be
Yeah.
able to perceive me in a good way instead of being like, oh, look at me ramming my fingers inside of us. You know what I mean? Like I don't want,
Yeah.
I don't want to look like some sort of slag who's desperate and just like, do you know? Like I feel like a lot of the time that's how I feel when I've got a manager,
Yeah.
just like used really.
Yeah.
yeah,
Good.
makes sense.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
don't be a cunt and treat your models with respect.
Yeah. And obviously
Please.
the other fucking 20 points that are in the video.
Yeah.
If they've got this far, they've probably got it. So
Do not fucking bend over an alleyway.
Please don't. We don't like
Don't do
it.
Don't do that.
for the day.
Yeah,
Trauma.
I think that one even needs to be said. Right.
done. Cheers.
Fabulous.
Very good.
Cheers, guys.
Well done.
Got nothing left.
Woo!